Think of it as a checkup for your soil, like a visit to the doctor, but way less expensive, and you don't have to wait weeks for an appointment. You can find these handy kits at your local garden center or online. They usually come with simple instructions and everything you need to collect a soil sample. We're basically playing scientist in the garden, but without the crazy hair and bubbling beakers. Once you've got your kit, find a few different spots in your garden and collect a small amount of soil from each. Mix it all together in a bucket, and voila, you've got your sample ready to send off to the lab. First up on our soil report card, pH. This little guy tells us whether our soil is acidic, alkaline, or perfectly balanced, like a Zen garden. Think of it like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We want to find the just right zone for our plants to thrive. Most veggies and flowers prefer a slightly acidic to neutral pH, somewhere between 6.0 and 7.0. Now, if your soil is feeling a little too acidic, below 6.0, don't worry. We can sweeten things up a bit by adding some lime. And if it's leaning towards the alkaline side, above 7.0, a little bit of sulfur will bring it back down to earth. It's all about finding that perfect balance, just like in life, right? So check your soil's pH and make those little adjustments as needed. Next up on our soil adventure, organic matter. This is the good stuff, the bread and butter of healthy soil. Think of it like a delicious buffet for those beneficial microbes we talked about earlier. They can't resist a good spread of decomposing leaves, compost, and other organic goodies. Ideally, we're aiming for a solid 5% or more. Adding compost is like giving your soil a superfood smoothie. It's packed with nutrients, improves drainage, and helps your soil hold on to moisture like a champ. Remember, a well-fed soil is a happy soil, and a happy soil means happy plants. All right, fellow gardeners, now that we've cracked the code on our soil tests, it's time to talk about giving our gardens the good stuff. And no, I'm not talking about those chemical-laden fertilizers you find at the store. We're going au naturel, folks. Mother Nature has provided us with a pantry full of amazing ingredients to nourish our soil and supercharge our plants. Think of it like this. We wouldn't survive on just bread and water, right? We need a variety of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to thrive. Our plants are the same way. They crave a diverse diet of natural goodies to grow big, strong, and oh so delicious. So let's ditch those synthetic shortcuts and explore the wonderful world of natural soil amendments. First up on our natural amendment, adventure, compost. This magical concoction is often called black gold for a reason. It's like a nutrient-packed multivitamin for your soil. And the best part? You can easily make it at home with kitchen scraps and yard waste. When these materials break down together, they create a rich, earthy goodness that's like a 5-star restaurant for those beneficial microbes we talked about earlier. Adding compost to your garden is like giving it a superfood smoothie. It improves soil structure, helps with drainage, and provides a slow, steady release of nutrients that your plants will absolutely love. Plus, it's a fantastic way to reduce waste and give back to the environment. Now, compost is fantastic, but let's not forget about some other all-star players in the natural amendment game. Aged manure, for instance, is like nature's slow-release fertilizer. Just make sure it's well-aged, like a fine wine, to avoid burning those precious plant roots. Next up, we've got bone meal, a fantastic source of phosphorus, which is essential for strong root development and those beautiful blooms we all love. And finally, let's not forget about rock phosphate, a natural source of, you guessed it, phosphorus. This slow-release wonder is like a long, satisfying sip of nutrients for your plants. Remember, just like with any good recipe, it's all about balance. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So always follow the recommended application rates for your specific soil type and plants. All right, green thumbs. Get ready to be amazed by the incredible power of cover crops. These gardening superheroes are like nature's own green blankets, protecting and nourishing your soil all winter long. They're like that cozy sweater you snuggle up in on a chilly evening, but for your garden beds. Now you might be thinking, more plants? But it's winter? Shouldn't things be resting? Well, that's the beauty of cover crops. These tough cookies are cold hardy and thrive in the cooler months when our summer veggies and flowers are taking a well-deserved break. So, get ready to unleash the power of cover crops and watch your garden transform into a thriving ecosystem, bursting with life and vitality. Now that you're all fired up about cover crops, let's get these green superheroes working in your garden. It's easier than you might think. Timing is key. Sow your seeds after harvesting summer crops, but before the ground freezes. This gives seeds a chance to germinate before winter. Next, choose your champions. Different cover crops have unique superpowers. Legumes like clover and vetch fix nitrogen, making it available for future plants. Cereals like oats and rye prevent erosion with their root systems. Research, choose the right cover crops, and plant those seeds. You'll be amazed by the results come springtime. Okay, fellow gardeners, we've prepped our soil, fed our microbes, and planted our cover crops. Now, it's time to tuck our gardens in for winter with a cozy blanket of mulch. Think of it like giving your garden beds a big, warm hug. Mulch is like the ultimate protector, shielding your soil from winter's harsh elements. It's like a superhero cape, deflecting those icy winds, preventing erosion from heavy rains, and keeping those precious soil temperatures nice and stable. No more freeze-thaw cycles wreaking havoc on your garden. But wait, there's more. Mulch isn't just about protection, it's also about nourishment. As it breaks down over time, it adds valuable organic matter to your soil, just like a slow-release fertilizer.